2021. Thank you all for watching this video. My name is Peter Gilmore, your undisputed, undefeated Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world, and your undisputed, undefeated Extreme King of Extreme. The ladies' wet dream, and the troll's worst nightmare come true. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, thank you all for watching. Like I said, my name is Peter Gilmore, your tribal king of YouTube. Thanks for watching right here on TGC Reborn. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other 4 channels, which are down there in my pants. Now, down in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. But most importantly, tap that goddamn bell, slap it like it's your goddamn girlfriend. In the ass, I mean. So smash that like button to death, and hit the bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never ever, baby, ever, and I mean ever, miss an upload. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, like the video, subscribe to my channels, get those subs up a little bit, hopefully before the end of the year. But really, smash that like button to death, and share the video all over the internet. Smash the bell to bits, and turn on all my notifications. And if you're not getting notified, unsubscribe, resubscribe, hit the bell, turn on all notifications. Hopefully, you'll get notified. If not, well, blame Susan, that fucking cunt. And don't forget to follow me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night, November the 22nd, 2021. We're counting down the hours until Thanksgiving Day, this Thursday, where we eat a lot of turkey and proceed to get really, really, really fat. And then we regret it the next day. And then that's pretty much it. So, that's that. So, Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. Hope everybody's going to have a great Thanksgiving Day. And if not, well, fuck you. Hope you have a rotten Thanksgiving. You have to get your food from KFC. But I digress. I want you just checking the time here. So anyway. So hopefully have a great Thanksgiving, and everybody else who's not down with that, well, I hope you have a rotten Thanksgiving. And a rotten holiday season. Because you know where you're going to get for Christmas. Shit in your stockings. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, so that's it. So we're counting down day. We're 3 days away from Thanksgiving, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, hope you all had a great Monday. Kind of overcast here in the Northeast. Was kind of warm this morning. But now it is cold as fuck. It is colder than an ice bar. It is 43 degrees right now. It's cloudy. Might rain later tonight, but it's going down. The temperature is going down, down, down like my dick down your mama's throat. It's supposed to be around 28 degrees tonight. So, I hope you put the heat on in your house. Or you got like a heater, or if you're near a fireplace, because it's gonna be a cold one the next couple days, especially tomorrow night, tomorrow night, and part of Wednesday night. It's gonna be a little bit chilly tomorrow, about 45 degrees tomorrow, and then around the same on Wednesday. And then Thanksgiving Day is gonna be back up into the mid 50s, around 55, 56 ish. And then the weekend comes. The last weekend of November, Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, all that shopping during this weekend. It's gonna be insane. Fortunately, this guy don't have to work to do it because I don't work retail no more. I get the weekend to myself because I'm off. After today, I'm off for a week. And I'm glad. I'm glad. Get my bonus on Wednesday. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. That's all I gotta say about that. So it's good shit. Good shit. So gonna get cold this weekend. Hopefully not too cold, but we'll see what happens with that. And hope you have a great Thanksgiving holiday and a great weekend. We start week 12 of the NFL in the league where they play for pay. Of course, we got the Thanksgiving games starting at 12:30 on Fox, and then got the 4 o'clock game on CBS, and then the 8:30 game on NBC, and then that'll be it. That'll be your Thursday of night of action. All day Thursday of football action. While you're stuffing your fat face with good food. And if you want, you can watch Impact. All 25,000 of you. And Polson. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. But we're counting down the days to December. And we're still counting down the days to the greatest day in the world, my birthday, which is right now 31, actually 30, it's almost 31 days, almost a month and 2 days to the day. Actually, a month and 2 days to my birthday. So, which we all know what day that is, and whose birthday that is on the same day as my birthday. Jesus Christ on Lemmy. So getting that. So we're just about under 5 weeks till Christmas, and then 6 weeks until the end of the year. So the end of the year is coming. The greatest day in the world is coming sooner. I'm getting older. I'm getting older and I'm still getting sexier, right, ladies? I expect panties from the ladies, not grandma panties, but you know what I mean. Dongs and string bikinis, G-strings, or just send me your naked pictures. But I digress. And that's pretty much it. All right, so should be a good week this week. So let's enjoy it because we're about to end on Monday night with Monday Night Snore. Your 3 hours of sleep coming up in a little over an hour and a half from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, which is a hop, skip, and jump from where me and my tribal chief of the chat, Nick Infante, live. We're pretty damn close to I don't know what, I'm not that close. I'm about like 25, 30 minutes away from the Barclays Center unless I catch the express train. Then I'm like 15 minutes away. But if I get the local train, then it's about 30 minutes. But it is what it is. And if I take my car, it's a pain in the ass because I have to hit the BQE at the highway, and there's a lot of traffic. So better to take the train there because there's not that much parking over there. But I digress. So if I was going to Raw tonight, I would just take the train there and back, and it takes me like 30 minutes to get there and back. But it is what it is. And that's that. So, yeah. So it's going to be an interesting Raw tonight. The aftermath of a horrible Survivor Series last night, which saw Monday Night Raw beat the shit out of SmackDown 5 matches to 2. And the only matches that SmackDown won was Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Damian Priest by disqualification on the pre-show. And then on the main show, in the main event, our Tribal King, Roman Reigns, Mr. Cockfist himself, beat Big E to get the second win for SmackDown. But other than that, Raw basically wiped the floor once again with SmackDown. I don't understand why. I mean, last year we saw Raw sweep SmackDown. The year before that, NXT wiped the floor with Raw and SmackDown. I don't think SmackDown's won a Survivor Series brand. I mean, dual branded. Not, yeah, you know what I mean. Brand warfare SmackDown versus Raw. I don't think they won since I think 2017 or 2018. That's sad. And they have so many big stars on SmackDown now. Roman, Drew McIntyre, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair. I mean, it is what it is, and they can't even win more than 2 matches. And basically, like I said, Survivor Series was garbage. It was garbage. Besides Becky and Charlotte, that was the only good match. That was that. And I saw the video on the WWE YouTube page of Becky giving an interview after her match with Horseface Charlotte, which I'll get to in a minute. Basically crying up a storm, saying, "We used to be friends. I don't understand what happened. We almost died in a car crash." I'm like, is this legit? Is this she actually really crying? Is she shooting, or what is she actually, saying, "Oh, I don't know what happened with me and Charlotte. We used to be best of friends. We used to be drinking tea." Charlotte became a bitch, as she says, Becky's words, bitch. And she's possibly on her way out of WWE from a report that I'll get to in a second from Wrestling Inc. And my good buddy fan of YouTube also did a video on that. So we'll talk about that. So like I said, Raw emanates from the Barclays Center once again in Brooklyn, New York. Fans are probably not going to be there. A lot of fans are not going to be there, but it is what it is. I think the only advertised match is Bobby Lashley and Rey Mysterio again in a rematch. Why? I don't know. I guess because how Bobby beat the crap out of Rey last week, and then basically took him out of the Survivor Series match, and then Austin Theory comes in, and surprisingly beats Sheamus. Go figure that one out. As Seth Rollins was the sole survivor of the men's team, so I'll probably do something with him tonight, going maybe with him and Big E. I don't know if Kevin Owens will get involved. I mean, basically Kevin's last month in WWE at this point. And he walked out on the team, so there's gonna be something, maybe something with Kevin. I don't know. But other than that, you got Bobby Lashley and Rey one-on-one. The fallout from Survivor Series. With Bianca Belair, she plays with her hair as the sole survivor for the women's team. Like I said, Becky winning her match with Charlotte to cement her dominance as the Raw Women's Champion. We'll see whom she may be facing next, which will probably be Liv Morgan. So I'll probably start that program going into maybe the Day 1 pay-per-view on January the 1st. But also the big story on Monday Night Raw tonight is who stole the egg from Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And as we saw last night, Vince McMahon makes his triumphant return to the WWE on TV, even though it's on pay-per-view, even though tonight he's coming back on TV for the first time in like a year or two or so. But not a year. Well, he came back at WrestleMania, and then was his first time on Monday Night Raw in like a month, I don't know, a long time. Let's put it that way. And this is all ratings boost. So Raw can try to get more ratings. I mean, if Vince can get a 1.9 tonight, then yeah. But I don't see Raw getting at most 1.7. I think the ratings will go up tonight, but I don't think they're going to get 1.9 or even 2.0. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Vince is going to be on there to find out who stole his egg, this $100 million egg that he got from The Rock, who's doing, the egg came from his movie Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. or Gadot, Wonder Woman. So we'll see what happens with that. Who the culprit might be. Both brands are going to be on tonight, so you can expect Rematch City tonight, like we saw with Bobby Lashley and Rey Mysterio. So we're going to probably get a ton of rematches tonight. Maybe some build as we start the road to their first pay-per-view of next year, because there is no pay-per-view in December. There is no TLC for you stupid people at home. Where's TLC? TLC got Spanish Archer out, and in his place is the new pay-per-view called Day 1 in Atlanta, GA. Let's see what happens with that. Personally, I think The Rock may show up tonight, but that's like 25% chance that he shows up. Thank you for the preview, asshole. And we'll see what happens with that. I think it's either The Rock that took it, or it's Brock Lesnar, who, as we found out last night from Adam Pearce with the authority, Kayla told Paul Heyman that Brock Lesnar's suspension is up, and he might be appearing pretty damn soon. Maybe this Friday on maybe tonight, or maybe this Friday on Black Friday SmackDown, because they're gonna start that road to Day 1 with Brock and Roman 2 for the Universal Championship. So that's most likely, I think, going to be the main event of the Day 1 pay-per-view in Atlanta, GA. Brock versus Roman 2. Even though it's like probably 600 in the last couple of years, but it is what it is. And that's that. And much more on Monday Night Snore. Hey, that rhymes. So yeah, if you're gonna watch it, bless you. I'm gonna try to watch it. I'm kind of like burnt out from today, from working in the morning. Then I had to go out to the pet shop to get the wrestling cat wherever she went. Get some cat food for the wrestling cat. Then I had to get lunch, and then had to do some chores and everything. Help the missus, and that's pretty much it. And that's that. So that's that. Rose is taking a nap now, so let's see getting a notifications here. And nobody cares about that. And that's it for Monday Night Raw tonight. So we'll see what happens. All right, so as the title below says, we're going to talk about a couple of things, and then we're going to get you right into Monday Night Raw on the USA Network, beginning at 8 p.m., so about an hour and a half away. So we're gonna shoot the shit as we always do. Some wrestling news, maybe some chat. So the chat room's open forum. You can talk about any fucking thing you want. Just be respectful, and if not, well, get the fuck out. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But before we do that, I already acknowledged him, but I'll acknowledge him again. My tribal king of the chat. Must acknowledge him because he has to get his bonus this week. It is what it is. So we got my good buddy Nick in the chat, who should have been on my show, on my Survivor Series panel yesterday, because had a few douchebag trolls come in, say it, being stupid idiots. I told you, Nick, on Instagram. So stupid trolls that do stupid things. They think they can run shit. They can't. They got dildos up their asses. Well, they're gonna be in for a big surprise during the holidays, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. So Nick, thank you for coming in as always. And let's do this as Nick says, it is showtime. Well, it's been showtime for 20 minutes. And that's that. And as always, we get sexy here on my videos. We get sexy. We make the ladies wet, and the guys feel jealous. And that's it. All right, so got that. Okay, Nick's on his trigger finger in case you fucking trolls decide to come in. And that's it. Nick says, may all the trolls choke on a turkey leg. Exactly. Yes. That's what they're going to be doing. Besides jerking off to me and thinking about me, well, they should be thinking about eating a nice Thanksgiving meal. They take that turkey leg, shove it right down their throat until they fucking choke and pass out. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time with all the stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling and sports as well. So we have some big news in the sports world. If you're a Met fan, you're not having a good day. Not having a good day. If you're a Met fan, as today, I mean, just a bad day for the Mets fans. Aaron Loup, probably one of their best pitchers last year, had a .89 ERA coming out of the bullpen last year to really help the Mets out, even though they didn't really do anything going to the playoffs or anything like that. But he was a big part of that bullpen. Thought they were going to re-sign him. Nope. Aaron Loup has said goodbye to New York, and he's going to join Noah Syndergaard, who also spurned New York. And both of them are going to the Anaheim Angels, where they will be for the next year or so. As Noah Syndergaard did not take the qualifying offer from the Mets. The Angels gave him $3 million more. The Mets couldn't, counter offer that, and Syndergaard goes to the Angels, where I think he can bolster that pitching staff, and we'll see if he can come back from 2 years away and only pitching 2 innings for the Mets this past season. So we'll see what happens with that. And as far as Aaron Loup goes, we'll see what happens with him in Anaheim. Maybe a good piece for the Anaheim bullpen. And that's pretty much it. So free agency is continuing on. The hot stove is starting to get red hot. The Yankees made some deals, not big deals, but they got rid of Tyler Wade, got rid of a couple other players on their team. They're still looking at Carlos Correa to play shortstop. The Mets are actually looking at him as well. I don't know if the Mets are going to get him. I highly doubt that. Freddie Freeman's a free agent. The Yankees were looking at him. Not that they need him. I mean, if they already got Joey Gallo and the other guy that they got Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo plays first, I believe. So I would be like, no point to put Freeman there unless they're gonna get rid of Anthony Rizzo. I don't know. The Yankees may be making more deals. There's a guy from Japan that's on the board now, and the Mets were looking at him. He's an outfielder from Japan. I forgot his last name. I think his name is Suzuki or Shote. Not Shote. Some weird Japanese name. But yeah, the Mets are actually looking at him. I don't know if he's signed yet. I think he was on the board till about 5 o'clock. The Yankees were looking to sign him. The Mets were looking to sign him because they need an outfielder right now. Unless Conforto. Conforto is kind of a free agent now. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. So if they can get this Japanese guy, did okay. From what I've seen, pretty good hitter. Not great hitter like Ohtani is or anything like that. But they get him. They add an outfielder who has maybe some power, and we'll see what happens with all that. But as far as the pitching goes, the Mets pitching staff next year is going to be completely different. They're going to have DeGrom. They lost Thor. Marcus Stroman is about to sign a deal with possibly either the Angels, the Giants, or the Cardinals, from what I'm hearing on Twitter. So he's probably going to be gone from the Mets, and that sucks. So all the Mets have right now on their pitching staff is DeGrom, Taijuan Walker, David Peterson, and maybe Carlos Carrasco if he comes back next year. And maybe Joey Lucchesi. That's it. I mean, the Mets pitching staff looks like shit next year. The way it is, they don't. I mean, if Stroman just says forget those three teams, but it looks like that he may be signing with the Angels, from what I'm hearing. I mean, that's the latest things. Like breaking news, he signed with the Angels. So, I mean, just gonna have to keep breast. Hey, I said breast. We're gonna have to keep a lookout for Marcus Stroman, where he lands. I would love the Mets to just give him like a 3-year deal for about $24 million or whatever. But I think that they're saving their money. They're gonna get rid of all these guys that they should re-sign, like Thor, like Stroman, like Loop. I think they're saving their money. They got a new GM, Billy Epler, who's good friends with another guy from Milwaukee, which means the good land. So we'll see what happens with him. I think he's gonna be like a rental GM, and then the guy from what's his name? Not Billy Bean. Stearns, I think it is, in Milwaukee. He'll probably be the next GM of the Mets in 2023. But we'll see what happens with that. I just think the way it's going right now, unless the Mets go on a bonanza spree from now until February, the team does not look good. I know Uncle Stevie and now Billy Epler, they want to sign some guys. I mean, well, what are you waiting for? Christmas? Well, Christmas is 4 weeks away, so can we sign somebody? Can we sign a big bat? Can we re-sign Javi Baez? Can we sign Carlos Correa or Nick Castellanos or somebody? I mean, really? Come on. And please get Sandy Alderson out of there. What is he doing there? Another fucking old fuck. Get him out. But really, the Mets, they have to spend a lot of money now. They got to get some fucking people. Sign Baez, re-sign Baez, get another pitcher or two. I know that the market is very thin right now. Thank you for the free view. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be with the New York Mets at this point. But we'll have to see what comes our way with the Mets in the next couple weeks and months until spring training begins on February the 16th. But we'll see. Hopefully they do something in the winter months and going into 2022. And that's pretty much it. All right. Let's switch from baseball to wrestling. And like I said, as the title below says. All right, we'll start off with Charlotte Flair. Big news today that she could possibly be leaving the WWE and maybe going to AEW, but we don't know that yet. But there was a story on Wrestling Inc. We'll see what happens with that. But basically, how Charlotte lost to Becky. She got Becky beat her by controversy yesterday, screwed Charlotte, and then Charlotte's like laughing up a storm, like, "Oh, look at me, I lost. Good, Becky, that's good for you." Blah 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 blah. But Charlotte's already in the doghouse for throwing down the belt, doing the belt ceremony thing with Becky, and the whole real life match that they had and stuff like that. So Charlotte may be on her way out, and we'll see what happens with that. And there was another story on Ringside News that Charlotte and Andrade have unfollowed each other on social media. That's very interesting. Now, I know Charlotte maybe is trolling us, and just thank you for the free view, douchebag. Charlotte may be trolling us. We all think that maybe Charlotte and Andrade are breaking up. They were engaged to be married last year. Andrade wants to bring, his wife to AEW, bring some friends over as well. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I would be thinking that pretty soon Charlotte's going to lose that SmackDown Women's title to probably Sasha Banks. Maybe at the Day 1 pay-per-view. I don't know. But if what we're hearing that Charlotte may be leaving the WWE, she may be All Elite by late not late by the beginning the middle of 2022. Will she be with Andrade? Maybe, but their real life situation may be on the rocks. We don't know that, but we'll see what happens with all that going into the rest of this week and going into this weekend with Horseface Charlotte Flair. She probably will be on Raw tonight because both brands are on the show tonight. Because we gotta find Mr. McMahon's egg. Maybe Titus O'Neil stole it and is hiding it in catering. He's trying to. Ooh, there's a golden egg. I wonder what's inside. This is the gobbledygooker. I'm gonna cook him and make an omelet. No. Maybe Titus is the culprit and stole the egg. He's like, oh, I thought this was a real egg. I was gonna use it for catering. I gotta feed Dana Brooke, and Tamina Snuka. Come on. Can't always make that good steak for all the men and women, No, that's probably why Vince came back last night. I think that's why Vince came back last night. He was kind of pissed off that Titus Catering wasn't doing so good. Everybody was leaving Titus Catering. Damn it, Titus! I told you to make a good bean steak. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I like my steak medium rare. If you don't like it, you're fired. So get in there and make me a steak, you son of a bitch. But I digress. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Vince McMahon came back. Besides to get ratings and everything, maybe he told Titus, stop making those fucking cookies. I mean, it is what it is. But did you notice the entire roster? Some of the jobbers there, you saw Mansoor, Sonya Deville, Adam Pearce, Reggie, Titus, Dana Brooke was there, a couple of other people that were there. They're probably there. It was like, who's in the limo? Oh, Vince McMahon is here. Hi, Vince. Hi, Vince. Please don't fire me. And Vince is like, you're getting fired in 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Or Merry Christmas to you. Then he kicks him out, Because there's going to be more releases, ladies and gentlemen, coming in the next few weeks or a few months. And probably some big names might be going bye-bye. I'm not saying, when that contract expires, like Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano, whose contract ends next week. Johnny Gargano's contract ends next week. So I don't know if they're going to extend him. What's going to happen with Johnny Wrestling? I'm just going to have to find out. Next Friday is Johnny Gargano's contract ends. Where is he going to go? He's going to stay with WWE and be at War Games next Sunday. Not this Sunday. Next Sunday. Or does he go to All Elite Wrestling? We could see Johnny Wrestling next week in Atlanta, GA on Rampage. We could, but we'll have to see what happens with that. And Kyle O'Reilly's contract ends December the 31st. So we don't know where Kyle may be going. I think we do know where Kyle's going, but we'll have to see if they extend him. I don't know. And Kevin Owens, he's leaving right after the Royal Rumble. And we all know where he's going. Sami Zayn might get released. Mustafa Ali could get released. There's a story that Xavier Woods was about to get fired and released. Wow, you win the King of the Ring. Next thing you know, Vince McMahon's like, you know what, Xavier Woods, you did good. You're the King of the Ring, but you're fired. And then Xavier's like, well, deuces. I'm going to go on up, up, down, down. I'm going to have 500,000 hits, Vince. So, yeah. I mean, we'd be seeing a lot of releases coming up. Possibly Xavier Woods, maybe Mustafa Ali, maybe T-Bar and Mace. Because maybe they're not doing anything. Hopefully Dana Brooke. Maybe Ricochet. Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura. Hopefully not Boogs, but... And then, you know, probably the big one probably be Asuka. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens with Charlotte. I still think maybe she's gonna become All Elite. And I think this whole thing with her and Andrade not following each other on social media might be a little troll job. It's like, oh, they broke up! But then next thing we know, Charlotte's in freaking AEW right by Andrade's side, sucking his dick. But, you know, we'll see. I don't know. And that's that. And speaking of more relationship news, sadly on it was reported on Twitter, on these two lovely people's Twitter pages, Bully Ray and Velvet Sky have split up. They're done. Finito. Done. They are broke up. They went on Twitter saying that we're going our separate ways. We have an amicable split. And that's basically it. I was shocked when I saw it on Velvet Sky's Twitter page. I was like, what? You guys broke up? What? And I know Bully Ray is not the greatest person to be with. I mean, because he's kind of, you know, kind of wacko sometimes. My name is Bubba Ray Dudley. So, I mean, it sucks. It sucks for Bubba Ray because he loses a hot piece of ass like Velvet Sky. And you know, guys are lining up at Velvet Sky's doorstep right now to be with her. I might be one of them. I'm not gonna go to her doorstep right now, but you know, I have class, unlike you thirsty bastards. But it is what it is. So, yeah, I know. I went on Velvet's Twitter. I actually went on Bully Ray's Twitter as well. Said sorry, sorry that that you guys split up. You were a great couple. I thought you were gonna get married and stuff like that. I guess they're not. And now Bully Ray goes to bang some other hot chick. Velvet Sky gets to go be with another guy. Hopefully not Chris Sabin, but it is what it is. And that's that. I don't know how Chris Sabin, of all people, lost her. Remember that whole thing when Sabin and Velvet were kind of like, they played out their relationship in TNA, and then Chris Sabin beat Austin Aries for the TNA World Title, using Velvet as like a shield and stuff. And Velvet's like, I don't want to do this. And then he proceeded to Spanish Archer Velvet Sky, and then later on it actually became an actual thing that they broke up. And then Velvet Sky got in the big fat arms of Bully Ray, and they were together for like 5-6 years, I think, maybe more than 6 years. I don't know, offhand. But yeah, they broke up today. So not the greatest time to break up is right around the holidays. So, but I hope Velvet finds a new guy that'll treat her right. And as far as Bully Ray goes, well, he lost a good thing. I'm sorry. He lost a good chick. So, it is what it is. But Velvet, call me. She does follow me on Twitter, so slide into my DMs there, Velvet. I'll treat you like a queen. Because you are one of the beautiful people, my friends. She is beautiful. She's got that ass, too. And a nice set of fake titties. But I digress. So, we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they find happiness by Christmas or by the New Year. And that's it. All right. All right. So we're about an hour away. Chat room's wide open. You guys want to talk about Monday Night Raw? You guys want to talk about Survivor Series, AEW, NXT tomorrow night? You want to talk about Thanksgiving? Any fucking shit you want to talk about? The door is wide open. It's wide open like Reby Sky's legs. But I digress, because that bitch doesn't close her legs. And something I didn't know, Reby Sky is from New York. So maybe I shouldn't be as mean to Reby Sky as I should be. But yeah, she has 4 kids with Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy wants to have a 5th kid. I would close my legs if I were Reby Sky. But Matt Hardy's so loaded, he can have like 35 kids. It'll be wonderful, yes. Because Reby Sky's an absolute mule. And if she don't give me another kid, I will sentence her to deletion, and I will delete her. Okay, I gotta stop. With the Matt Hardy stuff. But it is what it is. All right, we're gonna continue on with some quickie wrestling news. And that's it. Actually, I got some actual news in this so-called community called the WC. And Nick, you're not going to be happy about this, my friend. I have the said news to report. This is coming from my good buddy fan of YouTube. Our good buddy Dark Horse has closed down his channels. Well, they're gone. The channels that he has are gone. So I don't know if he took them down or they got flagged down. I don't know. But Dark Horse, his channels are gone per fan of YouTube. So we won't be hearing what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think maybe he took them down. And maybe he just wants to do something else. I don't know. I don't blame him because YouTube's a toxic wasteland and everybody's leaving. Because of these fucktard trolls. But it is what it is. But yeah. Just sucks. Dark Horse is gone for now. And we'll see what happens with that. But alright, that's per Mr. Fan of YouTube. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright, now we're going to switch gears and go to some wrestling news. Let me just check my my Twitter machine. See if anything of importance. No, not yet. All right. We're gonna go to some quickie news, and then we'll get that. All right. Before we even do that, all right. Let's go back to the chat with Nick. Of course, Nick says that he'll be watching the Giants Buccaneers game tonight instead of Monday Night Snore. Well, for your sake, I hope that's not a blowout. Because if it's a blowout, I think you might want to go back to Monday Night Raw to cure yourself of that. But it is what it is. But the Giants always have Brady's numbers, so we'll see what happens at Raymond J. Stadium tonight on Monday Night Football. That's it. All right. Nick says maybe Charlotte will be all elite, possibly by next year. We don't know yet. But they're probably going to get the SmackDown Women's title off her first, and then she's going to leave. And that's that. Titus needs it for Titus Catering, the golden egg. I like it. You're repeating what I said. He's going to make a good omelet for the entire WWE crew. They're gonna have a good old omelet. And that's pretty much it. And we'll move on. All right. Nick says they were told to cheer for Vince McMahon, or else they will be sent to Titus Catering, or fired. So that's probably why. It's like, hi Vince, we love you, but we fucking hate your guts. Please don't fire me. I've been a good wrestler this year. I want my Christmas bonus. Please don't put me in catering again. But we'll have to see what happens with that. And we'll move on. All right. AEW Dynamite will be having the Owen Hart Cup, which will be exciting. Yes. I can't wait for that. From what I heard, they would do. I think they were supposed to start it on December the 15th. They do it. Well, I heard that. I think they're gonna announce it on the 15th, or with the schedule and the matches and everything else around December 15th. That's what I heard. So, but it's good, and hopefully we see some good people on it. I think we'll see Bryan Danielson, maybe CM Punk, I would think Darby, Cody. I was hoping Kenny, but Kenny's out for 6 months. Maybe Adam Cole. Some guys that knew Owen back in the day. So I think it's going to be a good tournament. I don't know how many people are going to be in it, but I think it's going to be an awesome tournament, and the winner gets the Owen Hart Cup. And that's that. So that's coming your way December the 15th. So a couple weeks away for that. That's going to be an awesome fucking tournament. I can't wait. At least Martha Hart will be working with Tony Khan. Yes, Dr. Martha Hart. Can't say Martha Hart now. Now she's Dr. Martha Hart. Yeah, she's working with Tony for this tournament. Because, Vince McMahon ain't going to do it, because Vince McMahon killed Owen Hart and Bruce Pritchard and the rigging company. They were all in on it. Vince Russo himself too. So yeah, they're gonna do this tournament. It's gonna be great, and I actually applaud. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Martha Hart. She has seen the light. She has found Jesus, if you will, and that Jesus is Tony fucking Khan. Told Vince McMahon, "Fuck you, man. You want to put Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame? Fuck you." Well, even though Martha Hart and her kids didn't want to put Owen in the Hall of Fame, but well, and my disgust for that, how I call Martha Hart a cunt for like the last 8 years. But maybe Martha Hart's turning over a new leaf. I don't know. But as long as Oge Hart, Owen's son, and Owen's daughter, if they would get their heads out of their fucking ass and stop listening to their mom, maybe we'll get Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame. Will be the WWE Hall of Fame? Probably not. If AEW has a Hall of Fame, yeah, you put him in. I would put him in the AEW Hall of Fame if they ever do one. Not that he was ever in AEW, but now they're making this tournament in his honor. I would put him in the AEW Hall of Fame if they ever did it. I think other companies should do that too. TNA, MLW. Well, not even like MLW. I was thinking maybe Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor is basically about to be dead. In a couple weeks. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm happy that Martha has seen the light. Uh, she saw what Tony Khan was doing with Brody Lee and Amanda Huber and all the other people are trying to get mental health and stuff like that. Because Tony Khan's a caring man, unlike Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He gets rid of Nia Jax because she wants to get mental health, help for her mental illness. And Vincent, John Laurinaitis, fuck man. He's like, nope, you're out of here. Oh, but you're gonna let Big E do it, right? Big E said he wants to get some mental health. Or actually, I gotta read the story again. I have the story. I'll read it. So it just has to deal with his mental health and stuff like that. But I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, it seems like Vince doesn't give a shit about his company, and it's basically on life support right now. And I just don't understand why they brought fuck man John Laurinaitis back. Why don't you just fire Bruce Pritchard and then proceed to fire Kevin Dunn too, Mister 600 different camera cuts in like the first 2 minutes of the show. What a fucking piece of shit he is. But I digress. All right, well, about an hour away from Raw. We're gonna try to get this done in a little bit. All right, I've got a couple more. We got one more comment from Nick. Nick says it might be happening at AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming too. Yeah, like I said, December the 15th. They're gonna announce the tournament. I don't know if it's gonna start that night. But I think I heard they said they're gonna talk about the scheduling and everything. So I'm thinking it's gonna start maybe either that night or the week after that, the Christmas edition of Dynamite, the December 22nd edition of that. Then they'll continue it on maybe, I don't know. I doubt they're gonna. Well, yeah, they'll probably continue it on Christmas Eve Rampage. So yeah, we're gonna have SmackDown and Rampage on my goddamn birthday. That's just great. Not the first time I had wrestling on my birthday, but it is what it is. So yeah, so that's gonna be a pretty busy night, busy day for me. Celebrate my birthday, and I hang out with my family and the missus, of course, and some of my extended family as well. And if I do go, I might be going away for my birthday and Christmas. I don't know yet, but we'll see. But if I do, I'm probably gonna have to tape SmackDown, and I already have SmackDown and Rampage taped on the DVR, so I'll probably be watching SmackDown and Rampage on Christmas, and then doing the review on the 26th. So, I mean, but we'll see. We'll see. And then the tournament will probably go through most of January, and probably end sometime in January or maybe early February. But I gotta see how many people are in it and who's in it actually. But we'll probably find that out in a couple weeks. And that's it. But I would say that if anybody's in it, probably Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, Bebe, and Dark's on right now. Not Dark, Elevation's on right now for anybody who wants to watch Elevation. I might watch a little bit of it before Raw goes on the air, but we'll see. All right, let's get to some quickie news pretty quickly because I don't have much. Actually, I have a lot of time on StreamYard, so it is what it is. All right, we have a story on The Rock, who's originally planned to be at the Survivor Series, but he was not at the Survivor Series. Will he show up tonight? I guess we'll have to see in about 57 minutes. All right, so, and this is coming from Ringside News, as always, the Bible of all wrestling talk, wrestling news, I should say. Andrew Zarian of FW4 Online has reported that the original plan was for The Rock to be at the Survivor Series. The entire pay-per-view was supposed to be centered around his 25th anniversary. That plan was the same up until around September, but that did not happen. So, as he said, between heavily promoting his new movie Red Notice on Netflix, which you can watch right now, uh, the anniversary of his debut would take place in New York City, even though it's Brooklyn, not New York City, and Brooklyn. NBC's renewal of Young Rock Season 2 and the second season of the Ruthless Aggression documentary series, which actually I did see some of that. Not bad. Not bad. Um, blah blah blah. It was reported Johnson would not be on the Survivor Series due to his filming schedule and needing to quarantine for travel because he was going overseas to film some movies or whatever the fuck he was doing. However, there was still a financial obligation to continue with the plan for the movie promotion without Johnson, which is what we saw last night with Vince McMahon and the Egg. So we'll see what happens like that. The basic concept stayed the same, minus Dwayne himself. WWE fans were disappointed that he was not on the pay-per-view last night. And yeah, that's basically it. So really, no, I mean, there was no hype. There was not much hype. They said, "Oh, it's the 25th anniversary of The Rock." I mean, they didn't say that he was going to even be there, but at least AEW, when they teased CM Punk with with Darby's promo saying, "I'm going to fight the best in the world," and we all thought that, oh, Punk might be coming to AEW. They didn't mention him, and then a couple of days right before their announcement in Chicago at the United Center, Punk was there, and it was amazing. It was amazing. That's pretty much it. All right. All right. Nick says that Elevation is live right now on YouTube with a women's tag team match. Yeah, I think TJ's in action. Ty Conti and Anna Jay. So, of the Dark Order. And I heard not TJ, sorry, Ty Conti is actually on the market now, as her and her husband have appeared to have split up as well. So if you want a piece of Brazilian ass, hit her up, man. Slide into her DMs, because she's she's a hot piece of ass. I put her on my list. I put her on my Christmas list. Ha! But I digress. We'll move on. All right, so we had that. Okay, let me just refresh. All right. Okay, Nick says we got 8 matches on Elevation tonight. That's not bad for a 1-hour show. We got 8 matches, and most of them are gonna be like 5 minutes. They go through. They have the match, and they go right to the next match. No commercials, no promos, none of that shit. But it is what it is. All right. Vince McMahon. Speaking of Vince, of course. Vince McMahon saw Top Dollar AJ Francis as a star before releasing him. Well, another guy that Triple H kind of made. Vince McMahon brings him up to the roster a little bit too soon, like Isaiah Swerve Scott and Ashanti Adonis and B-Fab. They get rid of B-Fab, and next thing you know, they get rid of them. They get rid of the rest of the Hit Row. And really, not really Vince's fault. Top Dollar was, very vocal. And when B-Fab was there, fake. Got him. I got him, Nick. I got him. Trying to be the greatest dictator in the world, Adolf Hitler. Ein, you go blocked now. You get blocked. Ein, you disrespect Hitler. Ah, fuck you. And here comes the train. So Nick, get ready. Get ready, Nick. Get that trigger finger ready. So I pay you for. Yeah, I got him. I did it on Anderson. I took my clock and put it right to his head. Bang! That's what I did. He gone. Like the Chicago White Sox guy says. He gone. So, that's that. All right, so yeah, it just sucks that Top Dollar is gone, and Vince McMahon was gonna make him a star. So thank you, Funk Man, idiot. Like I said, Vince McMahon is coming back to television just to pop a rating. Blah 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 blah. And that's it. All right. Speaking of The Rock, The Rock receives the People's Champion Award at the 2021 People's Choice Award. So another accolade for Dwayne to put on his mantelpiece. And nobody else gave a fuck. And that's that. All right. Nick says, right now, Tony Nese, the premier athlete, is taking on Logan Easton LaRue. I was thinking of Lash LaRue from WCW. Remember Lash LaRue, who turned it? I forget. Well, he was Lash LaRue, then he turned into a different name. I forgot. I think he teamed up with another guy. I forgot who it was. Yeah, but Lash LaRue. That's a name that a name for a blast from the past. Lash LaRue, the Cajun, as they called him in WCW. For all you historians out there that don't even know. Corporal Cajun, exactly, Nick. Corporal Cajun. Lash LaRue, the Corporal Cajun. I don't think he had that many wins in WCW. I don't know. I could be wrong. Not that I'm wrong all the time, but it is what it is. Nick says, I think we know who that is. Yeah, we know. We know who it is. Fucktard Troll, that's who it is. And his little butthead buddies. They're probably still watching because there's 4 people watching right now. Proves my point. Proves my point. So, thank you for acknowledging me. Just remember to tip me when you're done gargling on my cum. But I digress. All right. Well, I'll continue on that. Hey, it's 7-Eleven. Let's go play the slots. But I digress. All right. So yeah, congratulations to The Rock winning the People's Champion Award at the People's Choice Awards. And proceeded nobody give a flying fuck. But that's it. All right. Got a preview for Raw, like I said. They're trying to find the egg. Basically, that's the synopsis of the show tonight. Who stole Vince McMahon's egg? Was it The Rock? Was it Brock Lesnar? Or was it somebody else? Or do we go 3 hours and not even know who stole it? That could happen. A lot of people saying, "Oh, this should play out for 6 months." I mean, gotta do something to get ratings. Why not have the Rock's egg get stolen and we don't know who stole it for 6 months? Like who hit Stone Cold Steve Austin? And we found out it was Rikishi. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it. Oh, shut up, you dog wearing fatty. Gotta love The Rock, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and that's basically it. All right. So that's basically Raw, minus Bobby Lashley and Rey Mysterio 1-on-1 again. Yeah, I think everybody's gonna be watching football tonight. I'm probably gonna have it in picture-in-picture because I have it like that because I have the rich man's cable, and you don't. I don't have to pay an arm and a leg to get it either. Well, you guys have to pay $200 for cable and internet and probably phone too. I got mine separate. I don't have to pay a goddamn thing. I don't have to pay an arm and a leg for the rich man's dish or my internet connection. And I don't even have to pay much for this goddamn phone every month. Of course, it's me, the missus, and my stepdaughter's phone. We have a plan. So just have to pay a little bit a month. That's it. And now I'm paying a little bit for internet because I have the internet plan, which is for everybody, not just for low income families. Look it up again, douchebag. I'm not on low income. I'm not unemployed. Just feel like saving money. I might be part of the middle class, but still, times are tough, especially with all of the inflation going on and gas prices going up the wazoo. But I digress. All right, a little bit more quickie news. Jaxson Ryker, our good friend Gunner, his release was expected a while ago. Well, why didn't he get released with Cutler and Blake? Why did he stay around? Well, actually, him and I think Cutler stood. No, was it Cutler or Blake was there? They were part of Baron Corbin's Knights of the Round little stable, and then I think Cutler or Blake got released, and then it was just fucking Gunner there, and basically he was stuck in oblivion in Titus Catering for a while. Then they finally bring him back. Hey, you want to be with Elias? Why not? He comes in. Elias turns on him. They had that match where basically Elias almost electrocuted himself. And then from there, Jaxson Ryker went back to being a jobber, went back to catering, and then bye-bye. So don't know where Gunner is going to go. I think he could go back to TNA. Oh, sorry, Impact Wrestling. Yeah, go back to Impact and maybe have a feud with Moose or something like that. But I digress. All right, that's some actual late, pretty late Ring of Honor news. That I didn't know this. I saw it on Twitter. Dalton Castle, a good friend Dalton Castle, the Peacock, former Ring of Honor champion, has now won the TV championship. From I believe he won it from Tony Deppen, I believe. So that's it. So yeah, all the titles are going to be on the line at Final Battle, by the way. So I don't understand that if there's new champions, they can't defend the belt till April if there is a company by April. I don't understand that. So what happens if Jonathan Gresham beats Bandito for the Ring of Honor title? He can't defend it unless he goes, maybe if that's the Forbidden Door opens and he can go to like AEW and maybe we'll see Jonathan Gresham versus Bryan Danielson for the Ring of Honor World title. I would love that. Or maybe Ring of Honor kind of turns into AEW. All the people from Ring of Honor, all the belts go to AEW and I just have a freaking belt fest. What do you think? Battle of the Belts. We'll get the AEW belts defended and maybe the Ring of Honor belts defended and maybe the New Japan belts too. Why not? Let's do it. Or as a good friend Paul Stanley says, let's do it. And if you're asking where that comes from, it's from the Kiss documentary. One of the many Kiss documentaries. Where they're talking about when they unmasked and everything. Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are talking about stuff, and then next thing you know, Paul Stanley's like talking to a chick. He's like, "Let's do it." Why not? You're Paul Stanley. There was an actual video out on Insta. I think it was on their Instagram page or their Twitter page where they of Kiss, the new Kiss, like just right now. Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Eric Singer, and Tommy Thayer. They're walking down the street and said that 75% of people born from 1974 to 1983 were conceived at a Kiss concert by Gene Simmons. So I was like, what? I was born in '76, so maybe my father's Gene Simmons. I don't know. I mean, Reddy Osley's my adopted father, but maybe Gene Simmons is my actual father. I don't know. That would be awesome. If Gene Simmons was my dad, that would be awesome. But I don't have the tongue you know like Gene Simmons, because Gene Simmons has a tongue like a tongue from hell. But it is what it is. I have a silver tongue. Ask your mom, your girlfriend's that, because when they can't get enough of the silver golden tongue, or the golden tongue, I should say, the extreme tongue, because I love the sushi. Have you tried the fish? But I digress. Anyway, WWE books a handicap match for Monday Night Raw. So besides Bobby Lashley and Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka, we're gonna have a and who stole the egg? We got some stuff on Monday Night Raw. WWE announced that Rey and Dominic. Now it's Rey and Dominic Mysterio will take on Bobby Lashley by themselves, 2-on-1 handicap match on Monday Night Raw. So that's that. So see the Mysterios can get revenge on the almighty Bobby Lashley, as he will have MVP at ringside. And MVP said in an article on Ringside News that he doesn't care if he gets released or fired because he's rich, bitch. So that's that. Pays to be rich, I guess. So we got that. All right, we got the Rampage ratings for this past week. They were the actual numbers, not the Fast Nationals that came out the other day. And the Rampage numbers went up from last week. Not a big jump, but it is what it is. AEW Rampage for November the 19th, 2021, which was from Norfolk, Virginia, on tape, brought in 556,000 views with a 0.22 in the demo. That is up from November 12th edition of live edition of Rampage, which did 480,000 with 232,000 views in the demo. So that's it. So they went up 76,000 views, people, or whatever. It went up 76,000 viewers from last week to this week. Not great still, but they really should be doing more than 556,000. I mean, it feels like the early days of NXT, but it is what it is. That's it. So I don't have the SmackDown ratings yet. I'll try to find them, but before we end the shop. We're about a half hour away, so we're getting there. All right. Buddy Matthews, or as we know him as Buddy Murphy, reacts to WWE's missing egg storyline. Let's see what Buddy Murphy had to say. Buddy Matthews, formerly known as Buddy Murphy, talks about WWE causing a lot of questions with their stupid storylines. Basically, he put 2 emojis on there. I'm trying to find his thing, but I gotta wait for my. Yeah, if you go on his Twitter, it's a picture of an egg, and it looks like a picture of this. So, but just go to Buddy Matthews' Twitter page at SNM_Buddy to see that tweet. So yeah, got that. Okay. Got some more news. Got some big news on the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson. They are not cleared to wrestle still after basically Nick that war they had at Full Gear last week, or a week or so ago. So they're still not medically cleared, because I think Matt Jackson still has a concussion. I don't know what happened to Nick. Maybe I think he got the same thing, or he's just selling his injuries. He's just banged up. I think Adam Cole's even banged up, but at least he still fought on Rampage with Bobby Fish. So we'll see what happens with the Elite as they're doing now. Without Kenny right now. Kenny's he's gone to get some treatment, and he'll be back in probably about 6 months. And as we saw on BTE today, they kind of written him off a little bit. I was hoping they would kill him off like they did with Adam Cole back in 2017. Like, Adam Cole has a monster. He laces it with like whatever he did with, what killed him. It's like, oh, you kill me like this? Hey, Kenny, you want a monster? And then Kenny's like, no. So maybe they just rid him off. But we'll probably see him. I think we'll probably see Kenny still on BTE. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see next week. But yeah, so they kind of, said goodbye to Kenny on BTE. So we'll see. There's a nice video of CM Punk giving an AEW superfan the time of his life. So basically, like a Make-A-Wish kid is in the back, and Punk comes in as the kid was talking to Cody Rhodes. Punk comes from us like, "Hey, kid!" And the kid's like, "Oh my God, it's CM Punk!" No, it wasn't Sean's room. It wasn't that guy. It wasn't the guy who says, "Well, masturbate to him tonight." God forbid Punk saw that guy, you would probably put him to sleep because he's a bald-headed bastard who clickbaits. But I digress. Nick knows who I'm talking about. And that's it. All right. Paul Heyman, My name is Paul Heyman, says that WWE Raw is clearly the B show. I think it is because basically Raw sucks. And as Roman says, SmackDown's the A show. Man, he even said Raw sucks. But it is what it is. And even NXT is not even a B show; it's a C show right now, or D show. I don't know, but yeah, NXT is not even a good show right now. They're not getting good ratings. They barely got under 600,000 this week, or last week, I should say. But we got that. And we move on. All right, got a couple of stories on the man, Becky Lynch. First one is Becky admits Ric Flair coming at her on Twitter was pretty stressful. I guess her and Ric Flair were going at it on Twitter. I guess with the whole Becky Charlotte thing that was getting personal, and Ric Flair trying to be a good dad and everything. It's like, don't talk to my girl like that. Woo! Oh, I'll just stop. Ric Flair's got a podcast out now called the what's it called? The Woo Podcast, or the Uncensored Woo Podcast. Not that I watch it, but it's just out there if you want to listen to Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, who said that he might be coming back to wrestle. Why? Please don't come back, Rick. Please just retire. I don't need to see a 74-year-old guy that barely can wrestle in the ring. We all remember you and Hogan back like 10 years ago about that horrible match that was. And if you thought Hogan and Sting was bad, that was worse. Two old farts couldn't even move. Well, Hogan couldn't move. Flair was like, doing his thing. Both men busted wide open, of course. The same thing with Hogan and Sting. The whole thing when Hogan, I think, was part of Immortal, and he was facing off against Sting, who was helping Dixie Carter, honey, save her company from Hogan and Bischoff, and then I think Aces and Eights came out. They started beating up on Sting, and then Hogan, Had his white shirt, he's busted wide open, was like, and Sting's like, "Help me, brother! Help me!" And Hogan's like, "Should I help him, brother? Should I help him, brother?" He goes, "Oh, I'm the Hulkster, brother. I'm gonna help Sting, brother. Oh, oh, you." And Sting and Hogan got rid of Aces and Eights, and we see Dixie Carter get in the ring. Thank you, Hulkster. Thank you. And then Hogan proceeds to bury fucking TNA for 2 more years. And then the whole thing later on with his slut of a daughter, Bookie Hogan. Bookie Hogan. Got in that storyline with Bully Ray, who was a good guy at the time, and then he turned on Brooke. They got married. You know how marriages in wrestling don't always last. Look at Indy and Dexter is about to break up soon, sadly. Yeah, Brooke and Bully Ray, they got married, and even though Hogan didn't like it, and then they had there was that steel cage match. I think it was Bully Ray and Jeff Hardy against Aces and Eights, and Bully Ray turned on Jeff Hardy in TNA and hit Jeff Hardy with the ball peen hammer right in the head, thanks to Devon. And then Bully Ray joined Aces and Eights as the president of the Aces and Eights. What I think was the greatest faction in TNA history. No, not Immortal, not Fortune 4 Shooters, nothing like that. Aces and Eights were basically the NWO of TNA. Not that they had a lot of. I mean, Aces and Eights had less members than the original NWO. They had some people in there. They had Verge. They had Mike Knox, Garrett Bischoff, Wes. What was his name? I can't think of his name. It was Wesley something, I think was. Mr. Anderson was in there. Of course, Devon, D'Lo Brown, Taz was in there at one point. Had a lot of people, and then proceeded to get rid of them. So I think most of them either got released or they didn't need them anymore. They got fired. But I like the Aces and Eights faction. Went on for like a year and a half, but still, probably the best thing in TNA in the early 2000s. 2010s, I should say, not 2000s. The early 2010s, when basically TNA was starting to go fall apart, thanks to Hogan and Bischoff. But it is what it is. TNA's still on life support right now. Go figure that one out. But at least Moose and Eddie Edwards had a pretty physical Full Metal Mayhem match for the TNA World Title, the Impact World Title, I should say, at Turning Point this past weekend. Not that I watched all of it. I saw like maybe a couple of highlights, and that's it. Nothing great. Nothing great. Deonna Purrazzo came back, beat the crap out of Mickie James, and then got on the mic and said that she was going to get her rematch for the Knockouts title at Hard to Kill in January the 8th. So that's the first TNA, the Impact pay-per-view. Not that anybody's going to watch that, because it's the same night as Battle of the Belts and the same night as Wrestle Kingdom Night 3. You can imagine all the buys for that pay-per-view. Probably one, and that'd be Poston. But I digress. So it is what it is. All right, so we got that. So Becky and Ric Flair are going at it on Twitter. We got more with Becky. Becky Lynch told Charlotte Flair to go cry after beating her at the Survivor Series. Damn. So she beat her. She's like, "Oh, I beat you, Charlotte." And then next thing I know, I see Becky crying, saying, "We used to be best friends. We almost died in a car crash. I don't know what happened." And now she's saying, "Go cry in the corner." So I don't know if it's part of the storyline or it's actual real life stuff. These women hate each other. So we'll see what happens with all that. All right, Nick, you still with me, boy? Because we're gonna be ending up shop in a little bit. We're 25 minutes away from Raw and Monday Night Football. So we got that. All right. We will continue on. Just check some more news. I talked about Bully Ray and Velvet Sky breaking up. The original plan for The Rock. He was supposed to come in and do his 25th anniversary thing. They could have just had him do a thing via satellite. They didn't really need him to be in Brooklyn or anything. But it is what it is. Okay. Vince McMahon Easter egg storyline is paid advertising by Netflix for the movie Red Notice. I think we already mentioned that already. So that's why Vince bought the egg, and they're doing the whole egg storyline to get people to watch this movie with Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, and the lovely Wonder Woman Gal Gadot. So go ahead. All right, I mentioned Xavier Woods. He opened up about WWE possibly releasing him, like I mentioned that a little while ago. So he might be on the next list of WWE releases. So he wins King of the Ring. His long journey to get to the King of the Ring. He wins the King of the Ring. About a few weeks ago, and then he had his whole thing with Roman, and now it's all gonna be over. So your kingdom is done there, Xavier Woods, as we saw with Roman on Friday Night SmackDown when he crushed the plastic crown, destroyed the scepter, destroyed his robe, and destroyed his throne, and then proceeded to try to confront Roman near the end, and then got beat up, and then had to get saved by Big E. So, and then in the Battle Royal, he gets eliminated pretty easily by Omos. So looks like we might be seeing the ready so the New Day break up. Kofi and Xavier are now on Raw. Big E, on SmackDown. Big E's on Raw. I think we're not gonna see the New Day anymore. But we'll see. Vince likes all of them, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. All right, got a big story on Kenny. Oh my God, Omega. Sadly, I hear the report. Kenny had to vacate the AAA Mega Championship that he's held for like a year. So that title in Mexico, which is almost like the world title of Mexico. So that's vacated. So they're probably gonna have a tournament in Mexico to crown the new champion. So he held that for at least a year. There was a tweet on Twitter that was on Spanish. Yeah, due to injury and surgery issues, Kenny Omega may not be present at Triple Mania Regia. Therefore, as of this moment, the Mega Championship of Lucha Libre Telemundo Televisión Excelente remains vacant with I don't know who this guy is. Vikingo. Nice name. Vikingo, and as the first challenger for the vacated AAA Mega Championship. So we'll see who he faces at Triple Mania Regia, which I think is Triple Mania Revenge. I don't know what Regia means in Spanish. And we'll see what happens with that. Kenny held the belt from October 19th, 2019 until November 22nd, 2021. So 2 goddamn years he held the AAA Mega Championship. So sadly, that reign is over. And now Kenny's getting surgery for his back and his shoulder, and various other injuries he has. He has to deal with his vertigo. So he's probably going to be out, I would say, 4 to 6 months. So we'll see if AEW can hold the fort, as he says, with the Bucks and the Super Click. that they can hold down the fort. But we'll see what happens. If they did 986,000 views for Rampage, for Dynamite last week with Adam Page as the champion, and Bryan Danielson turning heel, Adam Cole on the show, and everything like that, and Punk as well, I think they'll be all right. I think AEW will be all right without Kenny there. But we'll see what happens. All right. Let's see. Any more news? Yeah, we got a couple more stories. Bret Hart's mom helped him squash the beef with Jerry the King Lawler. Now, we all remember back in the early 90s when Bret Hart won the King of the Ring not once, but twice. Then he had a big-time feud with Jerry the King Lawler that and it ended in a Kiss My Foot match, which Jerry Lawler lost, and he had to he didn't kiss the foot of Bret Hart. He basically sucked on Bret Hart's big toe. I think that was in 1994, I believe. But yeah, now Bret Hart and Jerry Lawler are the best of friends. That's all that matters. Two good guys, two legends, two Hall of Famers, by the way, too. And that's that. All right, I mentioned the Young Bucks not clear to wrestle after Full Gear. So we'll probably see them hopefully wrestling maybe next week. I don't know. We got that. All right, got a story on Jeff Hardy, dude. Jeff Hardy opens up about working with CM Punk in the WWE. So, I've had some good times. I mean, maybe a couple good matches with him and Punk. That whole story, that whole thing where Punk was the WWE champion and Jeff Hardy was trying to grab that brass ring and couldn't get it, and then finally wins it in a triple threat match with Hardy. I think it was Hardy, Punk, and I think it was Triple H, or maybe it was Edge. I forget. But yeah, he finally wins the WWE title. That's the only world title he'd ever held in WWE. So yeah, Hardy says it was great to work with Punk. And that's pretty much it. All right, ex-WWE superstar blasts Vince McMahon for not liking tag team wrestling. Now, we all know Vince does not like tag team wrestling. That's why there's not so many tag teams in the WWE right now, even on NXT. So Charlie Haas, former tag team champion, former member of Kurt Angle's group with Shelton Benjamin, world's greatest tag team, former Ring of Honor champions, tag team champions, I should say too. He talked about how Vince does not like tag team wrestling. He basically says he really doesn't like it. He changed a lot of it over the years. When you're talking about 2002 with the tag teams, I think it was a great time. You think? There were so many great tag teams in 2002 during the Ruthless Aggression era. So many good tag teams. The Basham Brothers. Who else? I'm thinking Northern and Kendrick. La Resistance. Among those three. Great tag teams. Tag team wrestling was great back in the 20 years ago. Now, not so good. Besides the Young Bucks, of course, but that's pretty much it. And also, Charlie Haas also wished the Hurt Business faction lasted longer. I don't even know if it's still a thing. I mean, we do see Shelton and Cedric as part of the group, but we don't really see MVP and Lashley as part of the group. So I don't know if they're actually a group still, or they just had that one-time reunion again and then goodbye. So, and we don't even know what's going to happen with Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. They're probably going to be unemployed by the end of the year, but we'll see. All right, we move on. All right, got a good story about our good friend Corny. Jim Cornette says Bryan Danielson is the hottest heel in AEW right now. I would probably have to disagree with Corny. I would think it'd be MJF. I think MJF's the hottest heel in the business right now, next to Roman right now. Roman's number one. I think MJF it took over number 2 from Kenny, and now Bryan Danielson is number 3 of top heels in the business right now. But oops, don't want to do that. And so we got that. We'll move on. If you guys care, we got a Beth fucking Phoenix news article. Beth fucking Phoenix shouts out people who helped her with her WWE commentary role. Not that her commentary is great anyway, but it is what it is. She not, you know, she, should not even be on the commentary team. Go home and go make Adam, Adam a sandwich. You so-called Hall of Famer. You should not even be in the Hall of Fame. But I digress. Anyway, there's a picture of Mandy Rose looking smoking hot in a business suit. So go look it up on Ringside News or go on her Twitter or Instagram page. She looks muy caliente. That's that. All right, got a couple more stories, and then we're gonna end shop. We got 15 minutes left. Big E says seeking help for mental illness saved his life. This is what I was getting alluding to earlier with how Nia Jax was trying to get take some more time off to get help for his mental illness, for her mental illness, and they just released her. They said no, no, you can't get it. You're released. But it is what it is. So Big E opened up about his battle with mental illness. He's the champion. Blah blah blah. He's been booked as a solid champion. Now bears the responsibility of being the champion. While speaking on MacMania, he talked about his mental health and revealed how seeking help for mental illness back at the age of 19 saved his life. So he talks about that. So glad that Big E got the help he needed, and that's pretty much I gotta say about that. So glad he got the help at a young age, and it is what it is. I started my mental health journey at the age of 17. And look where I am now, 27 years later. Still a journey. Still a journey. And I'll probably be living with mental illness for the rest of my life. It sucks, but gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm not gonna let my mental illness, be the death of me or something like that, and all this shit with all these fucking trolls saying like, "Oh, you're a victim, you're this and that," because I got all these fucking failed trolls coming at me, and then I try to defend myself. It's like, "Oh, you're using your illness as a fucking weapon." Listen, I'm not using my mental illness as a weapon. These fucking failed trolls that have no idea, about my mental condition, if you will. Now, I mentioned it a few times. I have general anxiety disorder. I have impulse reaction disorder. I have general anxiety disorder. I have what else do I have? General basically anxiety and general anxiety disorder, and I have impulse reaction disorder. I don't have bipolar. These trolls say, "Oh, you're showing the signs of bipolar." Are you a doctor? Are you physically going to check me out and diagnose me? You're gonna actually write a note that says, "Hey, here, I'm Dr. Dumbass. Here's my prescription for bipolar." Morons. I don't have bipolar. I don't have dementia. I may forget things at times. Doesn't mean I have dementia. I'm old. I'm about to be 45. Some things I can't remember from like 40 years ago. I'm not getting, anything like that, dementia or anything like that. But it is what it is. I know I got my aches and pains and everything. I'm tired all the time. I actually talked to my ex-girlfriend. As most of us know her. Most of you have been following me since 2005 on MySpace, Kenny. MySpace, are you kidding me? And Facebook back in the early days before I got on YouTube, and I met great people like Nick here. My second girlfriend I had So I had one girlfriend uh that I went out for like twice. No, the first girl that sucked the royal cock. That was that. And then we really didn't go out much because she lived in a different she lived in Queens, you know, and barely saw each other, barely talked to each other on the phone. And then found out she was moving to South Carolina. So that was the end of that. Um didn't really date early on in like the 2000s. Didn't really have many dates, but it is what it is. I got stood up one time by some douchebag chick. I went to meet her at where she told me to meet her. I waited there for like an hour, almost 2 hours. Didn't show up, and I had to get my dad to pick me up. And then I find out I actually I had her phone number. I didn't have any money to call. Go to a payphone and call and anything like that. I didn't have a cell phone. There was no cell phones at the time. I had a pager and everything, so this is what it is. So I come home, I call her, and then like her sister or her cousin or whatever said that she died in a car crash. I was like, bullshit. And then they start yelling at me, like, "Oh, we're gonna call the cops because you're making fun." I'm like, "Fuck you." Click. Never heard from that bitch again. Then I was with another chick for a couple years on and off. That actually my sister tricked me into going out with, because my sister was kind of wacky back in the day, and then she was she went to she went to the what you call it, the I can't think of the word now, not the asylum or anything like that. She went to a you know where they put the weird people. You know what I mean? You know, blah blah blah. So anyway, long story short, uh, she my sister calls me one day out of the blue. Says, "Hey, I got a girl for you. She's 18. She's hot. She's Puerto Rican. She wants you." I mean, what woman wouldn't want me when I was uh 23, 24 years old back in the early 2000s? I mean, come on, look at me. I mean, look at me then and look at me now. I'm fucking sexy. That's why do you think I got Rosa sucking my dick for the last almost going to be 14 goddamn years, and married for getting on going on 8 years? But it is what it is. But yeah, back then, you know, I thought I was gonna go meet this chick. I thought she was hot, 18-year old Puerto Rican chick. I go to the hospital where my sister was to meet this chick, and then next thing I know, here's this big fat chick that was kind of wacko, and I was like, this fucking bitch fucking tricked me. It is what it is, but me being a compassionate person, I started getting into a semi friendship that turned into a kind of a relationship. And yeah, I mean, we went on and off for a couple of years. She was in and out of the hospital all the time because she's wacko. Because you know how I dig crazy chicks, but it is what it is. I mean, long story short, we got into like a semi relationship for a while. We saw each other every so often, and then you know, we hung out. We hung out at the mall. Came back, and then we were just watching TV, and then one thing led to another. We were getting it on. So I was giving the vitamins, and got to stop. And I'm not going to go into it. Too much information. So that's kind of like my first sexual experience. Actually giving the vitamins, but I didn't finish. That's just put it that way. But that was a long time ago. And then thank you for the free views. Um, and then I then got with my actual first real girlfriend, Ashley Marie. I was with for a year and a half, and then we broke up because she was smoking and drinking. I didn't like it, and we were arguing. And long story short, I had to get out of there because I moved upstate with her. And then I came back, and then after that, I met Rosa, and then the rest is history after that. So, but yeah, I talked to my ex, Ashley Marie, a couple of days ago. She was like asking me how I was because we barely don't talk that much anymore. She's married with a couple kids now. She's happy and everything. That's all that matters. Um, she asked me how I am. I said, yeah, I'm not doing so good. I'm tired all the time. I'm achy all the time, this and that. And she's like, did you ever have, and she's like point blank asked me, she's like, did you ever have mononucleosis, for those of you who don't know? I was like, no, I don't think I have mono. She's like, why, you think I have mono? Says, you might. Or you have chronic fatigue syndrome. So I think I have one of those. So I don't know. I'm gonna actually go to get a blood test probably after the holidays. I'm gonna go down to the hospital, get my blood drawn. Maybe see if I can when I get the blood test, I can ask them if they can test for mono. See if I have mono. Maybe I do have mono. I don't know. Maybe I have COVID. I don't know. You would love that, Charles, wouldn't you? Oh, he's got COVID. Karma's came back to him. Fuck you. Fuck you. If I have COVID, I hope you get cancer. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck you. Want to make fun of my mental illness, my disease, my problems? Well, you're gonna get the same fucking shit. And you don't like it? Do something about it. But you're not, because nobody takes these trolls seriously. Right, Nick? Like seriously. Like seriously. Nobody takes these trolls for granted. Nobody takes them seriously because they don't do anything. They can't do anything. It's the same fucking shit. But I digress. So, long story short, I may or may not have mono. And, yeah, gotta do that. Give me 1 second. Just... Okay, got that. Yeah, we're a few minutes away from Raw, about 4 minutes away, so I'm going to try to finish this up really quickly, or at least get into the beginning of Raw. So I'll give you a mini Raw preview, and I already did that. So a little Raw reaction as we get into Monday Night Raw. And then later on tonight, probably around 11:30, maybe 12 o'clock, your Monday Night Raw review from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. We'll see what happens tonight and who stole that goddamn egg and made an omelet with it. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. So, going back to my quick story about, possibly, from what Ashley Marie, my ex Ashley Marie says, I may have mono, I may not have mono, I don't know. But like I said, I'm tired a lot. I mean, maybe my sleep pattern, because I go to bed sometimes 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning. So I go all night, if you know what I mean. Especially with the missus around. But usually sometimes I go to sleep at 11, 12 o'clock, and then I get up early in the morning, like 8 o'clock, to do the job. Or if on the weekend I just get up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, I get up, check my phone. Just do what I gotta do, see if I have any, mail and all that crap, and just play around in bed. And then I get up, have some breakfast, maybe get some morning sex from Rosa, if I have the energy to do it. Then I get up, have breakfast, maybe watch a little TV, just start my day, and then a couple hours later, I'm like, I'm about ready to go back to sleep. And that's been, I don't know if it's my diet. Like, drink a lot of junk soda and not enough water and everything. So, drinking the drink of champions, Pepsi. Because, when we drink Pepsi here, Nick knows what happens. You drink Pepsi, we get the girls to go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and have them suck our royal dicks. Don't drink Coke. It'll make you dumb and probably take steroids. But I digress. Coke is bad. Coke is bad. Pepsi is better. And that's pretty much it. All right, well, 1 minute away from Monday Night Raw from the Barclays Center. So we got that. So I may or may not have mono. I may have chronic fatigue syndrome. My mom thinks I might have fibromyalgia. So I'm going to get it looked at. I'm going to get a blood test, but I don't see the doctor, my medical doctor, until after the new year. It sucks. Was there's he's so busy he can't see me, so I can't go to another doctor. I could go to urgent care. I might do that and see what happens, but I don't know. They'll probably just say go to the hospital. So I have to see what happens. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'll let you guys know what happens with my conditions, and that's that. All right, it's 8:00. We're waiting for Monday Night Raw to go on, and Chicago PD just ended. So I'm gonna get to that some more in just a second. Yeah, but Big E, got the help he needed for his mental illness at 19, and he's doing pretty well for himself right now. So I think other superstars and athletes, if they want to get mental health, I think they should go for it. Go for it. Don't just wait to get help. Go get it. But I digress. All right, quick, some more quickie news before, and then when Raw is on as well. Drew McIntyre says 2K, the 2K game, knew their last WWE game was bad. And that's that. All right, we're live from Monday Night Raw. We're in Vince McMahon's office. He's playing with his doing this and this, and he has Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, the Authority, in his office, and the Egg is not there. And then we get a recap of last night, where the limo comes, and out comes Vincent Kennedy McMahon and the entire catering crew, and he shows the Cleopatra's egg from Red Notice. I like how he shows it to like Aaliyah and Dana Brooke, and Sonya Deville's like, "Oh wow, this is great, Vince." It's like, I know it's $100,000. I mean, you released everybody else to buy that from The Rock, moron. And then we see a little bit of The Rock's movie, Red Notice, and he's talking to Roman about the egg. Like, this is Cleopatra's egg. It's not a stage. He says it's an actual real thing. It's not a stage prop. And then how Roman's like, oh, it's like saying it's $100 million, and Roman's like, oh, that's as much as my next contract. And then they're showing he's talking to Sonya and Adam Pearce, and then the egg just mysteriously disappears. And he's like, this is $100 million. Damn it, go find it. So he's like having everybody from Raw and SmackDown on tonight to see who stole it. So they're showing different people like Jeff Hardy, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Big E. And he's just mad. He's like, damn it, I'm 76. Mm-hmm. I'm 76 years old. So he's yelling at Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. And he's like, no clues, nothing, just nothing. Do you have any idea the value of this egg? $100 million. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And he talks about The Rock gave it to me. He says he probably owed it to me, but he gave it to me. And the fact that somebody stole this thing. And then Adam Pearce like, sir, Sonya's like, we understand. We're gonna do a thorough investigation of the superstars from top to bottom. We have a search warrant. They searched the police and they did nothing. And Vince like, nobody knows nothing. And Vince like, well, somebody better know something, because if they don't, you two won't be here. So he's gonna fire the Authority tonight if they don't find that egg. So bye to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville tonight. Hopefully, get the Authority out of there. Then they're talking. They're saying there's some surveillance footage, but it's blurry. Says it's a bare chest and legs. it could be a woman. Vince is like, oh, it could be a woman. And Vince is like, it could be a woman with big titties. He says, if someone gives you information leading to your arrest or leads to that person to me, you know what? I'm gonna take care of them. They're gonna get a sizable reward, or the person who brings me the egg, brings me the culprit, will have an opportunity to be the WWE champion. Well, that could be tonight, or it could be at a later date. So now Vince is, playing with his fingers. Now we see Randy Orton and his Butler's voice backstage. And here comes Kevin Patrick. And he's talking to Randy, who's actually actually has a milestone tonight, as he's competing against Dolph Ziggler coming up next. And he's talking. He couldn't find. I think he's like can't find Riddle, who disappeared last night as well after they beat the Usos. He says they were celebrating and got through telling him that now he's finally listening and acting like a champion. Blah blah blah. He's like, I don't know where he is. And then here comes Matt Riddle, dressed like Dolph Ziggler, without the the blonde hair. He got his hair in a bun or something like that, and he's got like a fake mustache on, looking like a complete douchebag. And Randy's like, "What are you doing?" And Riddle's like, "I was doing Viper stuff, moron." Basically, like, I'm gonna be in your corner, this and that. And he's saying Dolph Ziggler, he's a lame has been. I'm going to give him a painful introduction when he gets in the ring with the Apex Predator. More smooching to Randy's Tookus. Basically talking about Randy competed in the most pay-per-view matches in WWE history. Taking that title from Kane. They got like 158, something like that. Then he starts making fun of Ziggy, calling him a bleach blonde idiot, and he's gonna say, "Oh, he's going like I'm gonna hit him with the three most." Oh, he's actually dressed up as Randy. I thought he was dressed up as Dolph, and he was about to say, it's like I'm gonna hit him with the three most dangerous, letters in sports entertainment history. Blah blah blah, and then Randy's like, "Shut up!" And then Matt's like, "Hit his music," and then we start hearing, "I hear voices in my head. They count to me. They understand. They talk to me." So that was that was what it was. Matt Riddle smoking that weed before he cuts a promo. And now RK Bro comes to the ring. And we're going to see, oh God, this is horrible. Freaking Matt Riddle dressed up as freaking Randy Orton. He's wearing a goddamn Speedo. Ugh. I think I want to vomit right now. I think I might go turn this thing off and watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. But I'm gonna probably keep it on because I like Randy Orton. But it is what it is. The man who steals my move, by the way. He can have his RKO, but I have the most destructive finisher and deadliest move in the entire world and in the so-called YouTube wrestling community, the Gilmore Cutter. Bang! And that's it. Riddle's mocking, Randy Orton. Orton's like, why am I in this tag team? I don't understand why they're in a tag team and tag team champions for that matter. And then they're showing highlights of the ending of the match where Jimmy Uso hits the Superfly Splash, but Randy was the legal man and he caught him with the RKO. That was awesome. That's something I would do. So, once again, Randy stealing different variations of the Gilmore Cutter. Perfect timing, too. Which you never see it coming. Nobody knows when you will see the Gilmore Cutter. So So trolls, be on the lookout. But you never know when I'll hit that fucking Gilmore cutter and knock you the fuck out. So that's it. All right, we're gonna get Riddle and Dolph Ziggler. I thought we were gonna get Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler, but we'll see what happens. And Riddle completely looks like a jackass. And that's it. So we'll move on. So we had an okay opening with with Vince and with Vince and the Authority looking for the culprit, and whoever brings the culprit to Vince will get a WWE title shot. So yeah, big stakes tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then we saw Randy and Matt Riddle talking. Riddle's dressed up as Randy, acting like a douchebag, and now we're gonna get Randy Riddle, I guess you can call him, or Matt Orton, or just Matt Orton, I guess, taking on Bobby Roode, I should say. Should be a boring match, and nobody's gonna care. And that's it. All right, so like I mentioned before, as we're gonna end this up a little bit. Drew McIntyre says the last 2K game, WWE 2K20, was a bad game. Oh, I think it was. It was bad. Good thing I didn't get that game. That game was horrible. The controls were horrible. The gameplay was horrible. But now we got WWE 2K22 coming out next year, I think. Yeah, next year. And we saw the trailer already. The gameplay looks amazing. GM mode is back. The graphics look awesome. This might be the best 2K game in a long time. But we'll see. We'll see. That's going to be on the PS5. So for all of you who got PS5, lucky you. I don't have it yet. So I'm going to get it, but maybe I may be getting it next Christmas. Maybe. But if it's still in stock. Because you know how it's not in stock that much, even at Walmart right now. It's flying by. You're just picking them off the stores. And you got to be lucky to get them. So it is what it is. All right, we got a couple of stories left, and then we're gonna wrap up this burrito and watch this crappy show and maybe watch some football. And I'll be back in about 3.5, maybe 4 hours. We'll see, depending on how tired I am. Because I'm tired right now. I might take a nap actually, but I'll see. All right, so more quickie news from RingsideNews.com. Ace Romero, or AC Romero, or AC Bebe, formerly of TNA and formerly of a lot of federations here in the New York area. AC Ace Romero, he reveals that he auditioned for The Voice, and yeah, I think he could do it. Okay, trivia question. I know Nick is the only person in here, but what was Ace Romero's theme song on the Indies? Don't answer, Nick, because I know you know. I'll give you a clue. What clue can I give? It's an 80s song. That's your clue. It's an 80s song. And that's it. But Nick knows what it is. But since nobody else is here besides Nick, I'll give it away. Ace Romero's theme song back on the Indies was the Outfield's Your Love. Josie's on a vacation far away. No, that song. I just want to use your love tonight. That song. That was a good song for him to use. And it was even better song was a certain guy he was great on the Indies. We all know him as David Starr. Then he got into that Me Too thing, and everybody's career went to shit. David Starr, what's his name? Joey Ryan, who else? Marty Scurll, a couple other people. most of the indie guys, and Marty was in Ring of Honor and New Japan. They got into that Me Too movement, Me Too thing back in like 2018, 2019, and their careers went to shit. We haven't seen them in a long time. We haven't seen Joey Ryan at all. I don't know what he's doing. Probably sucking somebody's dick. I don't know. Marty trying to get back into the wrestling world, trying but failing. Usually, I think he's in England now. As far as David Starr goes, I mean the guy that had so many freaking catchphrases, it was insane. I still have his shirt somewhere in my house. But yeah, I mean David Starr got into that and got blackballed from from the indie world. Yeah. Anyway, but David Starr had a great theme song as he came out to "Do You Wanna Touch?" Yeah, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. "Do You Wanna Touch?" Great. Um, even our good friend, me and Nick's great friend, big Met fan himself, former FBW world champion, former FSW Fighting Spirit Wrestling world champion, former Tier 1 champion, former Tier 1 tag team champion, former he has won so many titles in the indie world. It's crazy that it's not, that he had one match at NXT, had one or two matches in AEW, and now he's basically doing different Italian films now. The man himself, the man that looks like Mike Piazza himself, that man is Mike Taverna, or Mike Verner for those of you who don't know. He came out with "Hail to the King" by that great band Avenged Sevenfold. That's what we need in wrestling. We need some more awesome fucking rock themes. Right now, we don't have anything good on the mainstream, in mainstream WWE or Impact, or basically any major promotion. There's not that many good rock themes. Like somebody comes out with Disturbed or something like that, or it is what it is. The best fucking themes are on the indie scene, the local indie scene. I was watching CCW Return. What was it called? Not I think it was called Return to Renaissance or something like that. The last event they had. Fred Yehi or Fred Yeehee came out to Snoop Dogg. Rolling down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. So he came out to that. I mean, back in the day with ECW had some great themes. Tommy Dreamer coming out to "Man in the Box" by Alice in Chains. Raven coming out to come out and play by the Offspring. New Jack and Mustafa. The Gangsters, they came out to "Natural Born Killers," which is a fucking epic song. Public Enemy came out to na 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 na. Here come the hot stepper. That. I mean RVD. Early on. I mean you had the Wrestling Album 1, the Wrestling Album 2. Not what do you call it? Not the Wrestling Album 1 and 2. Not Power Driver. Back in the late 90s during the Attitude Era, they had WWE The Music Volume 1. They had some epic fucking themes, some great themes. Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, Power Man 5000 did the Dudley Boys theme. It's like, get up, drop the bombshell. And all those great themes they had back in the day. Even RVD's theme, one of a kind. The Union Underground doing the Raw theme for the Attitude Era. There were some songs on the early SmackDown versus Raw games that were awesome. Just some awesome fucking themes back in the day. Now, you have to go to an indie fed like that. No. You have to go to your local indie fed to get a good theme song. I remember back in the day when Mandy Leon was on the indies, not before she got into Ring of Honor. She came out with "In This Moment, Sick Like Me," and I was like, I love this woman. I love this woman. I want to fuck her in the ass and make her humble. And she's from Coney Island, by the way. But I think she's got a boyfriend now, so damn. But it is what it is, man. The gorgeous Mandy Leon, one half of the Allure with Angelina Love. But it is what it is. But right now, there's not many good theme songs in wrestling. Even in Japan, not many good themes besides Tanahashi's theme, the Bullet Club theme, and even I think the best theme in Japan is the King Minoru Suzuki. Casa di Dale! That's it. And then you look on the mainstream, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, not really that many good themes and everything besides Randy Orton's theme. That's it. But AEW, you got the Young Bucks theme, Super Kick Party. Then you got Adam Cole's theme. It's all about the boom. But personally, I'm old school. Nick's old school too. Can we bring back some of the rock and roll themes, please? I'm just saying, even for Monday Night Raw, or for Dynamite, or something like that, for SmackDown. Can we change the themes back to what they used to be? I want if SmackDown went back to a great theme, I would go back to The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson, or maybe Know Your Enemy by Green Day for SmackDown. I mean, AC/DC, Are You Ready? It's a good song, but it's like way old. It's like Bon Scott era old. But I digress. But anyway, I would have SmackDown go back to that theme. Even if it's for old school SmackDown, just go back to an old theme. I don't care what one it is. Freaking Riddle hits a patented Randy Orton power slam. And like Randy's like, there it is! There it is! You do it! And now freaking Riddle looks like Jungle Boy without the Jungle Boy pants. And now he's about to hit the Demon DDT. Can he do it? I don't know. And let's see if he does it. Nope, can't do it. Of course, because you're not Randy Orton, you bum. And then he gets backdropped to the floor by Mr. Ziggy. Ziggy hits the Fame Asser. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and almost 3. As the Weed Man gets out at 2. But it is what it is, and that's that. But yeah, I want old school themes to come back, like old school fucking rock themes to come out. And but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. If Raw went back to some old themes, I would go back to the Union Underground theme. Move to the music, play the fucking music. Or maybe go to Wanna Be Loved by Papa Roach, or maybe even Nickelback. Got something to say about Nickelback? You want to fight about it? Let's go. So what? I like Nickelback. You can suck my dick if you don't like Nickelback. But I digress. Alright. So we'll move on. So yeah, Ace Romero revealed that he auditioned for The Voice, and he probably sang that song, Your Love by The Outfield. Who knows? But we'll see. Alright, I think this is the final story of the video. We went over a little over 2 minutes. 2 hours, I should say. Alright, got a story about the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Ric Flair fires back at fans who claim he's looking for a job. Well, because he got released by the WWE, even though he asked for his release. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. And Matt Riddle just won. Randy Orton's happy. I don't know what he won with. I think he won with like a floating bro or something. And Ziggy tried to not Ziggy, Bobby Roode tried to attack him at the end, but Orton stopped him, and now Orton is about to hit the Bro Derek. There he goes, Bro Derek by Randy Orton. And Riddle's like, yeah, Randy, yeah, and he gives him a hug. Come on, Randy, let's go to the back and have sex. Come on, bro. We'll smoke a joint. We'll have a beer and then we'll have sex. Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy, you're a sexy man. But I digress. So it looks like RK Bro is on the same page now. I guess. Now they're like a big time tag team now, but there's not many tag teams on Raw. Just let them lose to the Street Profits, please. What did he hit? Oh, so Riddle won with the Riddle KO, or his version of the RKO, which is not even better than the Gilmore Cutter. So yeah, they get the win. So he gets the win, I should say. Then he puts that fake mustache on him, and then Randy hits Bobby Roode with the Bro Derek to end that, and you got matching speedos, and they're the Raw Tag Team Champions, ladies and gentlemen. And that's pretty much it. Oh wow, there's something in the back. We got Madison Catering. We got Madison Catering, ladies and gentlemen. We got Rhea Ripley. Basically, I don't know. We got Cedric Alexander, Aaliyah. Everybody in catering is destroying the place. And looks like our fool's like, I found it, and he finds a freaking football. They're destroying catering. Look like our tree went to the bathroom, and something happened. Something happened with him in the bathroom. So I don't know who was in the bathroom. So they're destroying catering. Boy, is Titus gonna be pissed. Titus and everybody, the catering crew, are gonna be pissed. What are you doing? You messed up everything. I had a great steak ready. Damn it! Who's gonna clean up this mess? Dana Brooke, get your ass in here. Go clean up this mess, or you're fired. But I digress. All right, and now we have the man, big time Becky Lynch, coming out in a nice leather jacket and a nice black leather dress, looking good, Becky, the Raw Women's Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, big time Becky Lynch, or as we call it, Becky Lunch. And then we see highlights of her and Horseface Shaw the Flair, or as Grim from Grimm's Toy Show calls her, Fartlet. That's funny. So yeah, Dave. Good one, Dave. Good one, Dave. Fartlet. Is that what you call Tina? Fartlet? But I digress. His fiancee, Tina, Quarantina. But it is what it is. Grimm's happy. Gonna be happy. Alright, so they're showing highlights of Charlotte and Becky from last night, which was an awesome match. And Becky wins by reversing the roll-up that Charlotte tried to use with the ropes, and the referee saw it, and then Becky reversed it, and then she got the win with help from the rope and everything, blah blah blah, and then basically telling Becky, says go, telling Charlotte to go cry in the corner, and that's it, and that's it. All right, let's see any extra news. Yes, so we got a couple of things. Summer Rae, remember her? Summer Rae. Summer Rae could be returning to pro wrestling. That's interesting. Where is she gonna go? Last time we saw her was in 2017. She left WWE because of injuries, because she's not a wrestler. Basically, Danielle Monet, that's her real name, the former Summer Rae in WWE, was spotted at the Impact Wrestling tapings this week. No word on whether she was starting with the company or just visiting some friends. So, yeah, we might see Summer Rae back in a wrestling ring as a manager or right, in a wrestling role. Here's an idea. Since remember Fandango got released. How about they reform Fandango and Summer Rae in Impact? I don't know how that goes. I don't know how that theme goes. All right, so we're gonna get a victory lap for big time Becky Lynch coming up next on Monday Night Snore. And yeah, what are you looking at, Becky? Stop looking at my penis. Seth Rollins might have to do something, but I digress. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so we got that. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, we got another story about Charlotte Flair. Speaking of Charlotte Flair isn't ready to lead the WWE by a long shot. So there's your update to that story that Charlotte may be leaving the WWE. Now she's coming out and saying that she's not ready to lead the WWE and she's not going to be leaving by a long shot. So she's going to be in WWE for the rest of her contract. Yeah, some people in her circle wanted her to leave. Then the Max Man show asked Charlotte if she would leave the WWE. Her answer was quite simple. She's not going to give up all the ground she laid just to go somewhere. Blah, blah, blah. She was quoted saying, "I didn't work this hard to just go goodbye." So her next contract time could be interesting for her. I don't know when her contract ends. I think it's in a year or two. So the bidding war for Charlotte might begin soon, like MJF said, in bidding war in 2024. But yeah, so it looks like Charlotte's going to actually start a feud and a program with Toni Storm, probably coming up this Friday night on Black Friday SmackDown. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Personally, I think Charlotte's gonna whip the living crap out of Toni Storm, send her back to catering, and then Toni Storm's going bye-bye. Because that's gonna happen. Waste of time of Toni Storm getting brought up to the main roster. And on the Raw side, you got Becky taking on Liv Morgan. That might be a good program. I don't think Liv Morgan's gonna win the belt, but at least she gets a title shot. The same thing with Toni Storm, but I'm not gonna win it. And that's pretty much it. All right, that's it for my video. I'm gonna go watch Monday Night Raw along with you guys. I might do some live tweeting on Twitter, but we'll see what happens with all that, and that's it. All right, we got a few more comments in the chat, and let's get to them, and then we're gonna wrap up this burrito, and then we're gonna watch a little bit of Raw. Then we're gonna have our late night dinner, and then we'll see what happens with all that. Have a late night dinner, then do my review, and then proceed to get my dick sucked by the missus, because that's what you guys ain't gonna do. Because you know what you're gonna do tonight when you go to bed? Dream of me. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, Nick says Corporal Cajun, Lash LaRue, and their tag team Misfits in Action, MIA. That's a pretty tag team back in the day, but it is what it is. All right, okay, Raw just started. Raw Snore, 32 minutes in. It's been okay, nothing great. Just craziness on Monday Night Raw for 3 hours, and that's pretty much it. All right, got my good buddy Scott Casey Gale in the chat. What's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy? How's your little injury that you got? You still still have that little bump on your head? Scott fell down and bumped his head and busted his head wide open. It was gushing blood, like it was in a hardcore match. Scott's hardcore. But no, my good buddy Scott Casey Gale, Will Ferrell #1. He said President Sleepy Joe Biden stole the egg. Oh my God. No, Donald Trump stole it. I stole the egg. It's $100 million. It's gonna make me more rich. I'm gonna build another hotel in Atlantic City. It's gonna be huge. Then the rest of the money I'm gonna use for my 2024. I'm coming back in 2024 with Ron DeSantis. It's gonna be huge. I'm gonna beat Joe Biden again. I'm gonna make America great again. Again. I'm gonna make America great. It's gonna be huge. So anyway, moving on. And then yeah, that was funny, Scott. That was a pretty funny joke. Thank you. That's that. And his little bump on his head has healed up nicely. All right. All right. Good man, Scott. Good man. Good man. Thank you for chiming in. Don't forget to subscribe to Will Ferrell #1. Scott Casey Gale's a great guy. Knows a lot of shit. Buys a lot of toys. Watches a lot of TV shows on the old school days. And very good person. A very good person. A good friend of mine. And that's it. Just like Nick, great friend of mine, and a member of The Prophecy. And that's it. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Scott and Nick, my brothers. My brothers, my friends. Thank you for coming in and coming in the chat. And anybody else who tried to come in, well, too bad that guy that had a fake account of Adolf Hitler. I think we all know who that is. Mr. Racist himself. Mr. Scroat. But it is what it is. Fuck that guy. Fuck that rat-looking bastard. But I digress. So Nick and my good buddy Scott, thank you for coming in. And had an extra comment. Okay, Nick says you're welcome. You're welcome. And that's that. As Becky's talking about Liv Morgan, and she's trying to get the people to cheer for Liv Morgan. Blah 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 blah. All right, so we got that. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off on this Monday evening, getting close to Monday night. Thank you all for watching on TGC Reborn. Thank you for watching. I got my Raw review coming a little bit later. But for now, I'm Peter Gilmore. You're my great fans, my great friends, and everybody else. Thank you for watching. I'm signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cockroach or your pussy or your titties out if you're a chick. Whatever it may be. That's pretty much it. But rock on and rock hard. And if you're not down with that, you dumb fucks, you know what's coming up. The greatest outro in the history of this fucking so-called community called the WC. You're not down with that? Well, you don't like my friends. You don't like my bands. You don't like my girlfriend. You don't like my videos. Well, me, Nick, Scott, fan of YouTube, Chase, WJ, Jerry, and the entire prophecy that is real, ladies and gentlemen, not made up. It is real as real can come. If you want to make fun of it, well, not down with that. You want to make fun of it? Well, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, little fucking bitches. Keep it up. Keep disliking my videos. And keep acknowledging me and keep sucking on my royal fat super cock. That's all you can do. Blow me, motherfuckers, and that's all I gotta say about that. So, not down with that? Fuck you. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later for my Raw review on the Killer Demons channel. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. And do whatever the fuck you want. And that's it. Alright, buddy. Thank you for watching. Captain Peter Gilmore, your tribal king of YouTube, you undisputed, undefeated, extreme heavyweight champion of the world, signing off. And that's it. All I gotta say about that. So, until next time, peace. Ah!